right in the crotch. Okay. One of the most persistent debates about weapons that we've seen in history is the whole idea of arrows against armor, whether it is crossbow bolts, whether it is arrows that are fired from longbows, etc., and how effective they actually were against armor. And there's been so many different tests that have been done on the internet about this. And of course, the answer, unfortunately, is that oftentimes it's going to vary depending upon the quality of armor, the bow, and so many other factors. Generally speaking, by the later medieval period, knights were essentially impervious to arrows. There were, of course, exceptions. If you somehow managed to get someone through the visor, that could take them out. The visors were typically made much smaller to prevent this. Or if you got someone in their joints, and eventually they were able to bleed out because of this, but even that is something that is in question. 600 or 700 years ago, people knew that armor was getting very strong. And so unlike what you see in Hollywood movies, you're not going to see someone who has a full steel chest plate have an arrow go straight through said chest plate. That's not going to happen. Not without it being absolutely horrendous quality. The response that people usually give then is, okay, well, what about the specific types of arrows and bolts that were made to pierce armor? Those with heavier steel tips? And the answer is, yes, those could pierce armor, but it's not really going to be against plate. Generally speaking, the most vulnerable area of any armor is going to be the gaps that it's not able to really protect. And when you have a person who's in full plate, that is going to be the joints that you are going to have a lighter, more flexible armor like chain that is going to be there that you will actually be able to move in. And so that is why you can see it right here. If you're wearing a steel cuirass, the worst it's really going to do is dent your chest plate, while at the same time, if it gets you in the neck, there's a decent chance it could go through that, especially when you have thousands of arrows being fired at you at the same time.